about you first, because I'm really interested to like find out what it's like. Because obviously you've now graduated officially.
Yeah, technically, yeah. I was meant to graduate to go into Sasha Regan's H.M.S. Pinafore.
Yeah, at the Wiltons musical.
Yeah.
So you've been cast. So when did you audition for that? Was that part?
I auditioned for that in maybe February, March time. It would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and then I did my second round, and then I got it, and I was meant to just like leave early from GSA, and then obviously all this happened. So now I'm back at GSA because we're doing like audio versions of our final musicals.
Is that how they're getting around it?
Yeah, which is quite exciting. So I'm in Assassins, and then the other half of the year we're doing Merrily.
Right.
Yeah.
So like for most of so like say you were an exception because you had already planned to leave early.
Yeah.
But the rest of them were supposed to carry on and do a full show, and they've now had to.
Yeah, so we do three musicals, a showcase, and Agent Day. So by this point, I'd done everything apart from my final musical. So I was finishing showcase and then leaving.
Yeah.
But everyone else was, if you weren't leaving, you were carrying on doing your last musical. So you still had something that you were, busy doing, and to be fair, I was, this was kind of my part as well throughout the casting. I was Lee Harvey Oswald in Assassins.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh God, I can't even, I can't do it. But obviously I was so lucky to cast in H.M.S. And then, but now I'm back and I'm loving my life playing Lee Harvey Oswald.
So has it been quite nice in a way that this has all happened? Because it's been able to... I mean, Pinafore will go ahead, obviously, once they can reschedule it.
It's all being rescheduled and it happens next year, which is fab. And that's even more exciting. And it's actually been nice that I've had the chance to actually, finish my year and do this final musical. And even to do it as an audio has been so fun.
Yeah.
We've started to learn so much. And it's been really fun, actually.
But then how's it been for... So obviously, going back to that, you did your showcase and you were lucky enough to get an agent on the back of that.
Yeah.
And did you have a few options or did you just... How did you decide on yours?
I mean, agents kind of come and go, throughout your whole third year kind of thing. And I got Gemma. Gemma came, we met after I did Panto.
Right.
At the Poole Lighthouse over Christmas. And then we met and she watched me and then that was it. And I felt like that was the kind of one for me and whatever. And then she got me my first audition, which was H.M.S. Pinafore. And so it was mad, really.
And did you know other people that she represented or did you know of her other clients?
So I was in Panto with Alex Lodge.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, and he's with Gemma, so he, I already knew him, and he kind of was the person who introduced me, and so.
Amazing, because I think she represents Blake Patrick Anderson, who was in Be More Chill. So so it's a nice little kind of. So that must be nice to go into an agency where you kind of already know of a few people or people.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, it was really nice to kind of be, know people, and she's just lovely. So I'm very lucky. Yeah.
So then, with regards to the other people in your year, how were they about suddenly? I mean, you were already planning to leave GSA, like you said, but for them, they had intended to carry on. Have they all managed to find agents, or how's everybody else been coping?
We were quite lucky actually because the day before the West End closed, so the day the West End closed, we were meant to be performing our showcase at the Shaftesbury.
Right.
So the day before, we were doing our showcase in the school theatre.
Yeah.
In Guildford, and we were lucky enough to kind of realise what was going on, and we got somebody in at like very short notice to kind of professionally video the whole thing.
Wow.
So we kind of got that done, and that then meant that our showcase was videoed, and that was being sent to agents.
Chance of your love. Chance of your love. 9% of the time it's me you're thinking of. You say that it's hopeless, but I say that's more. My cup running over, and that's 9% full. That's a 9% chance. 9% chance. A 5% chance. 9% chance of your love. Of your love. Of your
So that everyone kind of felt they were leaving like the kind of last bit of term at GSA, knowing that agents were still seeing them in their, in their showcase, which was fab. But we were quite lucky, because some people's have been cancelled or postponed or whatever. So we were quite lucky that it just timed that we could get it videoed.
Incredible. Let's talk about your final year. So you did Oklahoma, didn't you?
Yeah, so our first musical was The Little Mermaid.
Which Kirk Jameson directed.
Yes, yeah. And then we did Oklahoma, which was directed by the head of our course, Julian. Which was directed by Joseph Prowse, and then I'm now in rehearsals with Cressida, who is directing Assassins, and it is amazing, how they've kind of just pulled together and been like, let's create an audio, an audio musical that eventually will be a full-scale musical, but just to listen to is it kind of puts hope in what is happening,
Yeah. So will it be completely just audio, no video?
Yeah, it's just audio. So we're kind of, as we go through, we're like recording things and all separately, and then our magical MD is just throwing it all together and trying to, put everything in its piece, and hopefully by the end of it, it will just be a smooth running piece. And then on what would have been our opening night, we're kind of having a year party to listen to our musical.
Wow.
Yeah.
So where are you based at the moment? Where are you locked down?
I'm in Manchester. Yeah, my family home in Manchester. So I've come all the way back. And yeah, I'm just here.
And how have you been? How have you kept your time? How are you feeling?
Well, yeah, I think because I've been back at GSA, it's kind of been fine. Because we've still got rehearsals and whatever, and we're still doing classes. But yeah, I think that's why this whole thing came about, really, because I started to. I was actually reading The Stage, an article in The Stage.
Yeah.
About Edinburgh Fringe being cancelled, and I went last year and I was I'm so looking forward to going this year, I can't wait. And then I was oh, that's really annoying that that's been cancelled. So yeah, I was sat at home, and obviously I've still got a lot of friends who are seeking representation, or I'm not getting the opportunity to audition for things because there isn't much out there anymore. for the time being. So I think as graduates, we're kind of being delayed in this like exposure that we could get.
Yeah.
And you know, there's been so much on social media to help us and to kind of plug us. But I think it got to the point where I was like, I want us to be creative and kind of work together rather than separately. And like, you know, it's easy to, well, it's not easy, I say that, Jeff, to make a self-tape. You know, you sit at home and you do like 15,000 takes and then choose your best one. But I think I've missed the kind of live feeling of like performing and theatre.
Yeah.
And I think that was where I was like, what can I do to make this something, you know, get us that feeling back and like get this feeling of being a community again where we're supporting each other and like, you know, cheering each other on for things that we're creating together.
So you came up with the idea, UKGrad2020 Finge Festival.
Yes.
And this is going to be between 29th of June and the 12th of July.
12th of July, yeah.
And what exactly will it entail?
So it's kind of based on like graduates and like giving us kind of exposure in a sense, creating a platform to, so there's quite a few different things. There's, I've got a couple of grads who have come forward and said that they'd want to direct a rehearsed play reading. So the week before the kind of online festival, they'll do their own rehearsals with their cast, who will be actors from any graduating course, and we're going to put them together so that there's a mixture of different schools and graduates in different like formats, and then they're going to have a select time during that week where it will be a live rehearsed reading on Zoom, which anyone can kind of come and have the invitation to come and see if you want to see it. If not, it's just there for us to be creating something and performing something. There will then be Instagram live cabarets, like solo cabarets,
Yeah.
of you can perform up to 4 songs, and they'll be at a select time, so they'll be in the schedule, and that'll be you coming onto the account and going live, and performing your 4 songs in your living room in a live environment. Then I've been very lucky to receive quite a lot of, you know, people from the industry, a few agents, casting directors, choreographers and performers who have come forward and said like, yeah, we'll help. So each day there will be a live Q&A on the page, which will help kind of, you know, help people out if they've got any questions that they want to ask certain people in the industry who will be kind of doing the Q&As. And then we have, let me look what else you have. Dance and fitness classes. So one of the main things is that I think we're missing out on this kind of confidence to teach our craft.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that, you know, might feel that their calling is being able to like choreograph their own stuff, or, you know, do like their own workout class or their own yoga class, and that will be there as a platform to, you know, help and support that, so they can come onto the account and do their own live classes throughout the day as well. And then we have like a group Zoom, which there's going to be 4 different ones of, so let's say there will be a like cabaret that's catered to like Rodgers and Hammerstein, let's say.
Yeah.
And you could come onto the Zoom. Obviously there will be like a sign-up list, and you kind of come onto the Zoom and share your best Rodgers and Hammerstein song, or, you know, pop and rock, if that was the kind of thing. And it's a way of us sharing what we are, you know, helping each other out and sharing what we've got throughout. So there will be, you know, in the next couple of weeks, there will start to be this schedule that appears of like everything that's going on. And it's kind of just jam-packing 2 weeks worth of creative, fun, supportive things for us grads to get involved in.
And how will the schedule work? Will it be all day long, or will there be intervals, or will there be something happening all the time?
Like intervals, so like, you might say like there's someone performing their little cabaret at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and then at 2:30 there might be a live Q&A kind of thing, and then at 3:30 there might be a live Zoom reading or something like that, and then there might be a class, or it's kind of just going to work throughout the day of like scheduled plans throughout the day of different events, and I'm going to try and make it so that there isn't, everything that's one, like, everyone's cabarets on one day.
Yeah.
There's
be spread out.
A mix up, yeah.
And you say, so who is this available to then? Is it available to all the schools? You put the offer out to anybody who's graduating?
So basically, anybody who's graduating, I want to try and help them and give them that platform to share their things. And it basically is just, once you come and kind of put yourself forward to me and kind of tell me what you want, then I can then try and cater for that. But in the next week, so in this week coming, I'm putting out the kind of, I'm looking for anyone who wants to do this and anyone who wants to do this. Here's how to contact, and then we can start to get involved that way, so that I know who wants to do certain things and they know what is kind of happening. So yeah, it's kind of open to any graduate, and I mean, the page is open for people to come and join from any walk of the industry, really. Like anyone who wants to come and watch people and support and join in with classes, like that's for anybody to come and join in with. But it will be a streaming device led by graduates of the 2020 who, we should support each other and help each other through this time where for any other normal graduating year it probably would have been a bit smoother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is there a limit to how many people you're going to be able to help? Because obviously there's a lot of graduates.
Yeah. Obviously there's a lot of graduates that are out there, and it is going to be one of them things where once something is like, we have got enough people to do this.
Yeah.
It's only a 2-week thing. You can't. I wish I could put it on forever and kind of let everyone do whatever they want to do, but I don't know. It's one of the things where I don't know how kind of successful or this could be, and if it's something that people enjoy and like, it's something that can keep recurring. But I think for now it's kind of that first come, if you're there and you want to do it, and once the numbers are full, then, but I will try and cater and help you out, and we'll try and get something for you to do.
Yeah, and obviously once your Instagram's up and running, there's no reason why you can't then keep uploading videos and...
Yeah, of course, yeah. But I think I wanted to like kind of kickstart it as a little kind of festival that happens, and then once that starts to generate its interest and people start to want to perform more, then it can be something that runs for a very long time.
And like I said, for you, the intention is to kind of give people that confidence back and for people to kind of celebrate and kind of mark this kind of occasion.
And get that feeling of live performance back.
Yeah.
Some people may be missing right now in lockdown, and do it from their own homes, but not feel like they have to do a self-tape and make sure it's perfect. They can just come on and sing, and it'll be so lovely to for people to sing along, and then in their comments they've got all their friends supporting them, telling them how great they are.
Yeah. And for you as well, like I say, in your case, you were lucky you got an age and you had work lined up. But for people who didn't get to do their showcases, there might be this opportunity as this platform to get an agent, because you will have people looking, and you never know what might lead to.
Of course, and that, I think that's what I want. I just want it to be there so that people are exposed to every walk of the industry as much as possible, and whoever sees it, you know, there's been some good responses for followers on the page from people in the industry. So once it gets, you know, up and running and videos start to get uploaded, then it's a big platform for that.
Exactly. Now I want to go back to, obviously, recent years, there's been a kind of trend, especially at GSA. I mean, it was incredible, like, how many new grads went straight into Les Mis or straight into Six. Like, I think at the moment, like, Jodie Steele and Courtney Bowman are both in Six, and they came straight out of GSA. And obviously there was, like, Grace and Maiya, who she got nominated for an Olivier straight out. So how did that impact you as a kind of... Obviously, that was happening while you were graduating. Did that kind of then instill this kind of pressure that... Or this kind of belief that you were going to come straight out of college and get into work?
I think the thing is, like, you look at, you know... When I was in first year, it was Maiya and Grace who were in third year at the time. They'd got Six, like, kind of as I got there, but there's so many people who have different journeys in that year group, and, you know, and some people have kind of gone off and just, like, you know, got amazing job opportunities, and there's some people who might have waited a couple more months and have now got amazing opportunities, and it's just when you're ready, I think, and it kind of, as you see that year group above you leave, you start to understand that, like, you know, your time will come as a performer, and, you know, whenever that time will be, it's like getting an agent, or, like, you know, I don't know, getting an audition for something. Your time will come when you're ready, and I think it's important to just sit and listen to the fact that the time will come when it's right to come. And you need to work hard, and you need to expose yourself to everything, but I think it's just important to kind of believe that everything will fit in your own path, and, you know, some people's journeys happen quicker than others, and you've just got to keep pushing.
And were there people in your year who perhaps were disappointed that they didn't get opportunities straight away, or didn't get agents, or did that happen for anybody?
Well, we were quite lucky that we had a lot of like, kind of external auditions and things like that. You know, we had, like, Les Mis and things like that. And I'm trying to think what else we had. Mamma Mia came in to do that audition, and, you know, we've had them opportunities, and we are very lucky that we have so many opportunities at GSA to kind of get showcased to agents. You know, we have, like, I think overall it's 5, like, kind of performance opportunities. That's 3 full-scale musicals, a showcase, and an agent day, where you are, you know, you're putting yourself in front of them and performing. And we are lucky that is kind of the structure of the course, and that is why, you know, we're all lucky that we kind of do get interest, and we do get the auditions. And I don't think people are disappointed, because, you know, it does happen at your own. You have disappointments throughout your whole training at drama school, and some people's come sooner than others, depending on what it is, you know.
And how has it been, like, because obviously, have you been keeping in touch with your friends and classmates? Obviously, you're still working together. But how's morale? Has this helped to kind of distract you almost, or kind of take your mind off it? Or have some people suffered or struggled with the whole pandemic?
Well, I think it's just missing this, like, again, it's this missing, like, the live performing of it. Like, I think online training has taken its toll on kind of a lot of the students who are currently at drama school and as graduates, because you're constantly watching yourself. Right. And I don't think I've ever watched myself so much in my life.
Yeah.
You know, it is important to sit and, like, think, right, okay, what do I need to do better? But when you wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning and you're on a camera until 6 o'clock at night, you start to think like, oh God, like, you know, and there was a boy in second year who actually did like a bit of a video on Instagram explaining kind of how he was feeling, and it just blew up. Like, it went kind of all over the drama schools, and everyone was supporting it, saying like, we feel the same. We feel that, you know, you are constantly looking at yourself, and you are being a lot more critical than you normally would be.
Hi guys, so I just thought I'd make a little video just discussing some thoughts and opinions with online training at the moment, and how it's affecting me, and I know it's affecting others, so that's why I want to make this video, just to spread and share the word a bit. So drama school for me went back 5 weeks ago now, and for me, I have struggled just with the amount of self-tapes we're having to do, and the audio recordings, and having to watch them and listen to them back like every day, having these Zoom recordings and having to look at yourself on these Zoom recordings, and even though you don't mean to, you end up just looking at yourself. And I just think it's important that we discuss things like this, because as performers, we take our body image and our appearance very seriously, like a lot more seriously than other careers. And don't get me wrong, I know other careers take this seriously as well, but I feel like for us, there is a bit of an added pressure of looking a certain way. That's my opinion. And that's how I think and feel about it. But for me, I have struggled, and I know in the normal GSA building, I would go into a dance class, and some days I go, wow, I look great today. But there is other days when I go, my God, I look awful. And with this online training and looking at yourself all day, every day, it is I look awful. I do look awful. And it's just knowing, and it's then watching yourself back on all of these thinking, my hair's a mess. I need a haircut. Oh my goodness, I need to tan. Why am I wearing that top? I need to work out. Oh my goodness. Just seeing yourself all the time and being this self-critical about yourself is, yes, it's a good thing, because we're going to be great performers knowing that we can self-critique ourselves, but it is soul destroying, and I have found it really hard. There has been many a tears, and it wasn't till I recently vocalised this in one of my year chats, and then I realised the majority of the people were feeling exactly the same as I was, and I was like, thank God. I thought it was just me, and I thought the whole world was literally falling apart, and I just thought, thank God I said this, because no one has. And I'm thinking, I feel so much better for saying this, weight off the shoulders, and I could have helped someone who was feeling exactly the same. And that's why I'm making this video, because I feel like it needs to be spoken about, it needs to be talked about. I think that we're all doing great, we're all doing just fine, we're all beautiful, and I know this is probably not happening. This is probably happening like on the outer scale as well, not just in drama school. This is probably happening to people who are in the industry as well. But I just think it's hard for us, for me personally, knowing that I'm making these videos thinking I am awful at doing this, and it's not professional, and all of this lot. It's not good. It's not a healthy feeling at all, guys. So now knowing that people are feeling like this, it has made me feel a lot more confident about myself, and it's the reassurance that other people are feeling the same, and my performance and my work ethic has improved so much. I did a jazz lesson this morning, guys, and I have not sweated that hard in a while, since before the corona. So I just think it's important that I spread the word, and if this helps you, brilliant. If it doesn't, sorry, I've just wasted 4 minutes of your life. But yeah, I just think we're all doing really well. We're all gorgeous. We're all beautiful, and love you. Big love.
I think it is just important, and that's why I wanted to bring this whole live, like, you know, performance thing back, because you know, I do self-tapes numerous times before I find the right one that I think I've gone, right, okay, that's enough for today, and that's probably my best one. But when you do it live, you know, when you go into an audition room, you give them what you've got, and you know, if it goes wrong, then you can't help that. But that's the whole kind of excitement and the thrive that you get as an actor from performing live.
And have you, perhaps yourself, have you started to worry about when theatre's going to come back and how it's going to come back. Like you mentioned about the Fringe earlier, and obviously I was the same. Like I was so disappointed that I wouldn't be going up this summer. And then you've done Panto, and you kind of things like that, and now started to kind of creep in, and we're kind of like, is this a year where we're not going to see any Pantos? And
that's been something that I've been like, at first I was very hopeful. I was like, Pantos will be at Christmas, we'll all be fine.
Yeah.
And then you get to like now when you're thinking, well, nothing seems to be moving at the moment. Well, there might be small changes, and that's why I think we have to create and be creative with what we've got right now, because who knows when things will start up. It could be like in 2 months, it could be next year. And that is why we've kind of just got to be like, let's keep pushing and let's be as creative as we can. And I think for our year as graduates, our kind of creative minds and instincts will probably be explored a lot more, because we have the time right now to, create things and network with people that we never thought we would.
Absolutely. And what is that? How's it been at home with your family? Has that been quite nice to like get back there?
It has been quite nice, because obviously I kind of from third year, I started my third year and then went into Panto, so I didn't come home for Christmas. Went straight back to GSA and then did my time at GSA, and then was going into H.M.S, which meant that I actually wouldn't be like, kind of seeing my mum and my brother properly until the end of July, and I was kind of like, oh, this is really frustrating. And then this happened, and I was like, oh, I guess I'll have to go home. And now I'm home. I'm loving it, because tea's made for me and all that sort of stuff. So I think you come home and you realise that. I think you realise that you love musical theatre, and musical theatre is my life. But I think you start to learn that there's your family that are important, and there's other things as well that are important. After coming out of such a bubble from drama school.
Yeah. And obviously, so this is the first year that anything like this has happened. But do you think, because I've spoken to some people who've really enjoyed kind of producing online content as well as the kind of the theatre, and they think going forward, it might be something that they kind of continue as a kind of a branch, which will, once theatres reopen, they'll still kind of retain some kind of online presence in the way that we've been developing. Do you think if this is successful that you might be interested in doing this every year for like every graduating year?
Yeah, I was actually on the phone to my friend this morning, and she was like, I can't believe it kind of has like, had so much interest already. And I think that made me think about, if this is so successful and people enjoy it, then why wouldn't I want to help everyone out next year when, the situation might be better, but grads still need to be exposed.
Yeah.
And, they still need to get out there. And I think it's hard, because when you are auditioning for things as a grad and you finish drama school, you're in this rut of like, what else do I do? I'm working my day job, I'm doing my auditions, but I'm not performing. And I think to go from, being at drama school 5 days a week to then not actually doing anything to do with performing unless you have an audition can be quite hard.
Yeah.
And I think by putting something on like this, where it's like, let's get creative, people are getting seen, people are finding other things. Like, I've had people who were on musical theatre courses who said like, can I direct one of the rehearsed readings? And, and that's something that they've never had the opportunity to do. And now, having that opportunity to take a bit of control and direct something, and that could be a door that's opening for them later on. So I think it's just about giving people opportunities and helping each other, and then eventually it will all pay off.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I will definitely be tuning in to see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I wish you luck with it. It sounds amazing. And like I say, it is something that a lot of people that I've been speaking to have kind of... And then there are already a few other platforms coming up. And I think Sing Easy have launched a new kind of platform for grads as well, which is a brilliant scheme. So it's brilliant. Stuff like this, like I say, it's something to...
It's just amazing how everyone's come together and, they are just wanting to help us grads out. And that's what I just want to keep going, is that, keep helping us grads out, and then we help the next generation, and it just happens like that. So yeah.
Amazing. All right, well, good luck with it all, and I will see you.
See you later.